అబరేషన్స్ విభజనాలు. దీన్ని క్లుప్తంగా చెప్పుకోవాలంటే ప్రతిబింబం ఏర్పడే దోషాన్ని మనం విభజన అంటాం. సో దట్ మీన్స్ defect in images is called aberration. Suppose we have to form an image of the object with the help of an optical system or a lens. The deviation in actual size, shape, position or color is called aberration. ఒక వస్తువు యొక్క ప్రతిబింబాన్ని కటకం సహాయంతో మనం ఏర్పాటు చేసినప్పుడు వస్తువు యొక్క పరిమాణంలో కానీ ఆకారంలో కానీ స్థానంలో కానీ రంగులో కానీ దోషం ఏర్పడినప్పుడు దీన్ని విభజనం అంటాం. విభజనాలు అనేవి రెండు రకాలు. అబరేషన్స్ ఆర్ టూ టైప్స్, క్రోమాటిక్ అబరేషన్ అండ్ మోనోక్రోమాటిక్ అబరేషన్. క్రోమాటిక్ అండ్ monochromatic. Chromatic aberration is called caused due to the light. That means the light is non-monochromatic or combination of multiple wavelengths. Simply white light. Then the image is colored. So this defect is caused due to the color. It is called as chromatic aberration. Second one is monochromatic aberrations. Monochromatic aberrations are caused due to the optical system. Even we use monochromatic light, there are several defects in images. After the shape of the image, monochromatic aberrations are 5 types. First one, spherical aberration. Second one, coma. Third one, astigmatism. Fourth one, curvature of field, and fifth one, distortion. Before discussing the aberrations, we have to learn about some preliminaries. First one is deviation produced by a lens. కటకం వల్ల కలిగే విచలనం అంటే ఏంటో తెలుసుకోవాలి. సెకండ్ వన్ ఈస్ డిస్పర్సివ్ పవర్ ఆర్ డిస్పర్షన్ ఆర్ డిస్పర్సివ్ పవర్. వీటి గురించి ఫస్ట్ మనం తెలుసుకుందాం. Let us consider a lens of focal length f. O is the point object which is placed on principal axis at a distance of u. As per sign convention, it is -u. The rays which are incident on the lens are suffers deviation and finally forms its image at I, a distance of v. The angles made by the incident ray and emerging ray are considered as alpha and beta. The angle of deviation is considered as delta. From the diagram, the incident ray is incident at a distance or a height of h. From the diagram, tan alpha is equals to h by u. So that means minus h by u. Similarly, tan beta is equals to h by v. If alpha and beta are very small, tan alpha is nearly equal to alpha and tan beta is nearly equal to beta. So this implies alpha is nearly equal to minus h by u, beta is nearly equal to h by v. Now, from the properties of a triangle, exterior angle delta is equals to sum of the two opposite interior angles. delta is equals to alpha plus beta. We substitute the values of alpha and beta minus h by u plus h by v. This is equal to h into minus 1 by v minus 1 by u. 1 by v minus 1 by u is nothing but 1 by f, where f is the focal length of the lens. So this is equals to h by f. And that means delta is equals to h by f. If f is constant for a monochromatic light, delta is depends on the h. So that means delta is proportional to height of the light ray incidence. So the deviation produced by the lens is depending upon the height of the ray incident of the lens. Next, dispersive power. Before that, we know about the dispersion. In lower classes, we know about the dispersion. When a white ray is passing through a prism, it is not only deviated and also splitting into 7 constituent colors. This is called dispersion. In these 7 colors, violet have more refractive index and red have less refractive index. That means violet color suffers more deviation, red color suffers less deviation. So now we derive the expression for dispersive power. Dispersive power means it is the ratio between the angular dispersion between the any two colors and deviation of the mean color. That means delta is the dispersive deviation of the color. Then angular dispersion means difference between the two deviations of the two colors. So omega, dispersive power is denoted with omega. Omega is equals to delta V minus delta R by delta, where delta V is the deviation of the violet color and delta R is the deviation of red color. So when a white light ray passes through a prism, we get Gibbsian colors. Violet suffers more deviation and red color suffers less deviation. The remaining colors is incident on different points are between the red color and violet color. So from this we get the deviations. This is delta R and this one is delta V. From the expression of the refractive index of the prism, material of prism, is nu is equals to sin A plus delta by 2 by sin A by 2. This equation is known in lower classes. If the prism is thin prism, that means small angular prism. A is very small. If A is small, delta is also small. So then angle is small, the sine function is nearly equal to that angle. So this is nearly equal to A plus delta by 2 by sine A by A plus delta by 2 by A by 2. That means sine A by 2, sine A plus delta by 2 is nearly equal to A plus delta by 2 Sin a by 2 is nearly equal to a by 2. So this implies a into mu is equal to a plus delta, or delta is equal to a into mu minus a, or this is nothing but a into mu minus 1. This is the deviation by the prism. Now this equation is applied to the violet color, then delta v is equals to a into mu v minus 1. This equation is applied to the red color. Delta r is equal to a into mu r minus 1. If delta is deviation of the main color for violet and red color, then delta is equal to a into mu minus 1, where mu is the refractive index of the main color. These values are substituted in the equation of dispersive power omega, then we get omega is equal to a into mu v minus 1 minus a into mu r minus 1 by a into mu minus 1. This is simplified, then we get omega is equal to mu v minus mu r by mu minus 1. This is the expression for dispersive power of the prism. Of the aberrations. Aberrations are already said. Aberrations are two types. First one is chromatic aberration. Chromatic aberration means when the image of the white object is formed with the help of a lens, the image is colored and blurred. This is due to the color. That's why it is called as chromatic aberration. This is explained as follows. Let us consider a simple lens. When object is placed at infinite distance or situated at infinite distance, the rays which are coming from the infinite object is parallel to the principal axis. They are incident on the lens. It suffers deviation because it is a white color. It is deviation and dispersion. So it is splitting into 7 colors. Violet color have more refractive index. So it is forms its image near to the optic center of the lens and focal length of the violet color, focal point of the violet color FV, and the red color suffers less deviation. It forms its image away from the lens at point FR, where FR is the focal point of the red color. Remaining colors are forms in between these 2 points respectively. So the distance between the optic center and focal point is called focal length. So it is FV and this one is FR. So the distance between these two, that means FR and FV, gives the lateral chromatic aberration. So lateral chromatic aberration is equals to Fr minus Fb. Here it is positive because as per sign convention, the distances, all the distances are measured from the optic center of the or pole of the lens. The distances are measured along the direction of light ray. It is considered as positive. Along the opposite direction of the opposite of the light ray, it is considered as negative. So in this case, or in this case of the convex lens, the chromatic aberration is positive. This is also explained when object is situated at a finite distance, where O is the object, white object or white point object. The light rays are coming from the object or incident of the lens. Then it suffers dispersion. So that means it is split into 7 Cornish colors. Violet color suffers more deviation and it forms its image at IV, where IV is the image point of the violet color. Red color suffers less deviation, it forms its image at IR, where IR is the image point of the red color. Remaining colors are forms the images at different points between the IR and IV. In this case also, this is image distance of violet color. This is image distance of red color. In this case, VR minus VB gives the lateral chromatic aberration. This is also positive. That means in the case of convex lens, lateral chromatic aberration is positive. This chromatic aberration is also explained in the case of concave lens. So, concave lens means convex lens is converging lens, concave lens is diverging lens. When the object is placed at infinite distance, the light rays are parallel to the principal axis, then they are incident on the concave lens. Here also, violet color suffers more deviation and red color suffers less deviation. For obtaining the image of the object, we extend the emerging rays in backward direction because it is diverging lens. So we cannot get the real image. So we get the position of virtual image. We extend the along the backward direction. We get the image of violet is formed at FB and image of red color is formed at another point FR. Here also FR minus FB gives the lateral chromatic aberration, where FB is the focal length of the violet color and FR is the focal length of red color. Then FR minus FB gives the lateral chromatic aberration. So, in this case, FR minus FB is negative because the distances are measured opposite to the direction of the light ray. So, FR is negative and FB is also negative. So, FR minus FB is negative. That means, in the case of convex lens, chromatic aberration is positive. In the case of concave lens, it is negative. So, we calculate the man, we calculate the value of the lateral chromatic aberration when object is situated at infinite distance and object is situated at finite distance. The lateral chromatic aberration. This is measured in two ways. First one is object is situated at infinite distance. So, for this, let us consider the equation for Lens-Macher's formula. We know that Lens-Macher's formula 1 by Fv is equal to mu minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R. As per science convention, it is write as negative. Generally, this is 1 by F is equal to mu minus 1. In practice, it is 1 by F is equal to mu minus 1 into 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. As per science convention, it is considered as negative. This equation is applied to the violet color. 1 by Fv is equal to mu v minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Similarly, for red color, 1 by Fr is equal to mu R minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Now, we subtract the first equation from second equation then. 1 by Fr minus subtract the two equations, then we get 1 by Fv minus 1 by Fr is equal to mu v minus 1 minus mu r minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Now this is implies to Fr minus Fv by Fv Fr. This is equals to mu v minus 1 minus mu r minus 1. This is equals to mu v minus mu r into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R. The RHS is multiplied and divided with the mu minus 1. Then it is equals to mu v minus mu r by mu minus 1 into mu minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Here mu v minus mu r by mu minus 1. This is nothing but dispensive power omega. Mu minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. This is equals to 1 by F, where F is the mean focal length of the violet and red color. So, Fr minus Fv by F square, where Fv Fr is nearly equal to F square. So this is equals to omega by F, or this implies Fr minus Fv is equals to omega into F. This is gives the measurement of lateral chromatic aberration. Lateral chromatic aberration is multiplication of the dispersive power and mean focal length for any two colors. So, if we remove the chromatic aberration, and that means Fr minus Fv is equals to 0. So, this is satisfied when either omega is equals to 0 or F is equals to 0. But this is not possible. Omega not equal to 0, f not equal to 0. That means we cannot remove the chromatic aberration in the case of a single lens. We measure the value of the lateral chromatic aberration. In the case of object is situated at a finite distance. Suppose u is the object distance and v is the image distance and f is the far field. Then the relation between these three, and that means 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by v. This is the equation for a simple lens. This equation is applied for violet color. Then 1 by f is equal to 1 by vv minus 1 by v. Similarly, for red color, 1 by fr is equal to 1 by vr minus 1 by u. Subtracting these two equations from first equation from second equation, then we get 1 by fv minus 1 by fr is equal to 1 by vv minus 1 by vr. Now this implies fr minus fv by fv fr this is equal to vr minus vv by vv into vr, where vr minus vv gives the lateral chromatic aberration when object is situated at a finite distance. So, from this equation, Vr minus V is equals to Fr minus Fv by F square into V square, where Fr is nearly equal to F square. Vr is nearly equal to V square. Here, Fr minus Fv is the lateral chromatic aberration when object is situated at infinite distance. This value is equal to omega into f. So, this implies we substitute the value of Fr Fv, then Vr minus Vv is equal to omega f by f square into V square. Or this implies Vr minus Vv is equal to omega by f into V square. This equation gives the value of the lateral chromatic aberration when object is situated at finite distance. If we remove the chromatic aberration, in this case, Vr minus Vv is equal to 0. It is depends on the omega, f and v. For removing of chromatic aberration, Vr minus Vv is equal to 0. That means this is value is equal to 0. This is possible when omega is equal to 0 or v is also either omega is equal to 0 or v is equal to 0. This is not possible. Omega not equal to 0 and v is also not equal to 0. That means in this case also we cannot remove the chromatic aberration by using of a single lens.